friends, or good afternoon if you're watching after lunch. Happy Wednesday. Today we're celebrating the letter V. And I hope you joined us this morning for our live lesson, but if you didn't, we'll practice making a V in just a little minute. Let's do a good morning song. Let's do the good morning train. Remember, after you hear your name, make sure you do the choo-choo. Okay, are you ready? The good morning train is coming, how are you? Choo-choo. The good morning train is coming, how are you? Choo-choo. The good morning train is coming, the good morning train is coming, the good morning train is coming, how are you? Choo-choo. And we'll say hello to Ellie, how are you? And we'll say hello to Nolan, how are you? And we'll say hello to Robbie, and we'll say hello to Brielle, and we'll say hello to Stone, how are you? And we'll say hello to Claire Miller, how are you? And we'll say hello to Sarah, how are you? And we'll say hello to Rana, and we'll say hello to Claire A, and we'll say hello to Sela, how are you? And we'll say hello to Abby, how are you? And we'll say hello to William, how are you? And we'll say hello to Ryan, and we'll say hello to Charlotte, and we'll say hello to Jackson, how are you? And we'll say hello to Kai, how are you? And we'll say hello to Julia, how are you? And we'll say hello to Sky, and we'll say hello to Isaiah. We'll say hello to Anya, how are you? And we'll say hello to Missy, how are you? And we'll say hello to Miss Kuhn, how are you? And we'll say hello to Mrs. Lambert, and we'll say hello to everyone, and we're gonna have a great day, how are you? Awesome, everyone. All right, go ahead and grab a writing tool and a piece of paper if you have one. If you don't, you can just practice making a V in the air. That would be just fine. A V is a nice, easy letter to write. It's not tricky at all, so I don't think you're going to have any trouble. A V is made up of all straight lines, and it's just a pretty simple letter to write. The capital V, or the uppercase V, is the exact same as the lowercase, just the lowercase is smaller. So when we do a V, we always start our letters at the top, and we go down and up, just like that. Okay? And then the lowercase v is down and up, just smaller. There we go. All right, so that is what a V looks like. And the sound a V makes is V. And when we do the action in Jellyphonics, remember, it's the V, like we're driving a van. And remember, the song is Drive Vic's Van Round the Village, right? That whole song. So it's V, like this, and that's the action. So when you see your teacher doing this, you know that that's the letter V. All right, so before we talk about some other words that start with a V, I want to just practice our popcorn words. So we're going to do Jolly Jump Up. So go ahead and stand up. If you want to sit like a little frog, you can. So when you see the Jolly Jump Up sign, you can jump up from there, or you can just stand. So we're going to say the popcorn word. How about we spell it? No, we'll say it, spell it, say it again. Let's do it like that. So say it, spell it, say it again. So here we go. Go, G-O, go. We, W-E, we. Like, L-I-K-E, like. The, T-H-E, the. And, A-N-D, and. Jolly jump. At, A-T, at. Me, M-E, me. It, I-T, it. Can, C-A-N, can. Am, A-M, am. I hope you're saying them with me, friends. An, A-N, an. A-D, dad. Jolly jump. It, I-T, it. A, ah. Up, U-P, up. Is, I-S, is. Mom, M-O-M, mom. Two, T-O, two. He, H-E, he. I, me, M-E, me. C, S-E-E, C. Jolly jump. Jolly jump. 2 jolly jumps in a row. Look, L-O-O-K, look. And that's the end. Those are all of our popcorn words. So SKs, hopefully you were able to read those words. All right. So, like I said, we're going to talk about some words that start with a V. And there's not a lot of words with V's in it. There are some. It's even harder to find words that start with a V. So 2 words I thought of was the word van, and the way I thought of it was because it's our Jolly Phonics action. We're driving the van. Another word that starts with a V is vacuum. So I have a little math problem for us to solve that has the word vacuum in it. Okay, and it talks about different kinds of vacuums, and everybody might have a different kind of vacuum in your house. Some vacuums have cords, which means you plug them into the wall, and when you're vacuuming your house, there's a cord that's plugged into the wall. And some vacuums are called cordless vacuums, and you don't have a cord plugged into the wall when you're vacuuming. You do have to plug it in when you're not vacuuming. That's how it gets the energy or the electricity to work when you have to vacuum. But when you vacuum, it's cordless. It does not need a cord when you're vacuuming. So I have a little math problem about vacuums. So let's see if we can solve it together. Okay. So it says, Kai went to a vacuum store. She found 4 vacuums that had a cord. She saw 2 that didn't have a cord. How many vacuums did she see? So we're going to do what we've been doing a lot, and we're going to draw a math picture to solve this problem. Remember that a math picture is a quick sketch. We don't have to make it look exactly like a vacuum. So the first thing we have to figure out is how many vacuums did she see that had a cord? So let's read the question again. When we do math questions, we read them lots and lots of times. We don't just read it once and figure out the math problem, right? We have to keep reading it to get our information. So Kai went to a vacuum store. She found 4 vacuums that had a cord. So how many vacuums had a cord? 4. So I'm going to draw 4 vacuums with a cord. So look at my picture of a vacuum, friends. It is a simple rectangle, but I am going to add a little cord like this. And that shows that it had a cord that needed to be plugged into the wall. Okay. Now I'm going to use a different color for the vacuums that did not have a cord. Those are called cordless vacuums. So let's see how many cordless vacuums. She saw 2 that didn't have a cord. So how many vacuums didn't have a cord? 2. So I'm going to draw a picture, of 2 vacuums that don't have a cord. Okay, see, they're not going to have it. How many vacuums did she see? So now what we have to do is we have to count or add how many vacuums she saw all together. So let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So remember, when we do a math problem, we count, we figure out our answer, and then we put our answer in a numeral like this, like the number 6, and we put a circle around it. The circle tells us that's the final answer. So 4 plus 2 equaled 6. If I'm going to do a math sentence, it would look like this. 4, because 4 had chords, plus 2, because 2 did not have chords, equals 6. And that's what the math sentence looks like. All right. So I have another math challenge for us. I thought we could find a volcano. So I have hidden a volcano somewhere on our number board, and I'm going to give you some math questions, and you need to solve them, and we're going to figure out where the volcano is hiding. Okay? So let's do the first math question. What is 2 plus 1? So if you need to, put 2 fingers on one hand and 1 on the other. Put them together. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Let's check under the 3 and see if the volcano's there. Oh, no volcano. All right, let's do another one. What is 4 plus 4? I'll give you a second to figure it out. 4 plus 4. Okay, I wonder if you got it. And 8 is the answer. Let me pull out the 8. No volcano there. All right, let's try another one. How about 5 plus 5? What is 5 plus 5? So 5 fingers on one hand, 5 fingers on the other hand. Put them together. How many fingers do you have? Hopefully you know you have 10 fingers. So let's take out the 10. Oh, no volcano. All right, how about 4 plus 1? What is 4 plus 1? Did you get it? 4 plus 1 is 5. Let's pull out the 5. Oh, no volcano. All right, let's do 3 plus 3. 3, and then add 3 more fingers. Did you get it? It's a 6. Let's pull it out. Friends, we found it! There's our volcano. Awesome job, mathematicians. I'm proud of you. Okay, we have got one more activity. Let's read a story. It was a little bit tricky to find a story that had a V in it, but I found this one. It's called The Day Jake Vacuumed. There's that word, vacuumed. And the author is Simon James. Jake was difficult. Jake was a problem. He didn't like doing anything for anybody. So you can imagine how Jake felt when one day his mother asked him to do the vacuum cleaning. For a while, Jake played with the machine, enjoying the loud noise it made. Then a really wicked idea occurred to him. Very quietly, he crept over to Timmy the cat. Aiming the nozzle at Timmy, Jake switched on the vacuum cleaner and sucked up the poor cat. Jake was delighted. Oh, friends, that poor kitty. We would never put a vacuum on a cat. His fur would get stuck. Jake knew he would be in trouble. I might as well make it big trouble, he thought. He snuck off into the kitchen. And he sucked his mother up in the vacuum cleaner, rubber gloves and all. Yippee, I'm free, shouted Jake. No one can tell me to do anything. He had the whole house to himself, except, that is, for his sister upstairs. Look at him dragging his vacuum cleaner. Jake's sister was in her bedroom playing with her dolls. In crept Jake. He climbed on the top of the closet and switched on the vacuum cleaner. Can you imagine what happened then? Sister's being sucked up. But oh dear, Jake remembered that his father would be home soon. There was only one thing to do. Can you look at the picture, friends, and predict what he is going to do? At 6 o'clock on the dot, Jake's father opened the front door. He jumped Jake with the, out jumped Jake with the vacuum cleaner roaring on full power. It was a difficult fit at first, but eventually, pop, in went Jake's father. Hooray, shouted Jake. Jake was delighted. At last, he was in charge. He was so pleased that he decided to suck up the whole room, and indeed, the whole page of this book. Leaving only himself and the vacuum cleaner, Jake was free. But Jake hadn't noticed that the vacuum cleaner was now stuffed to the bursting point and about to explode. Friends, this reminds me of the old lady who swallows everything. You know how her body gets so big? That's kind of what happened to the vacuum cleaner. And explode it did with a giant bang. Once Jake's parents had recovered, they were furious. They sent him to bed early without any supper. But Jake didn't mind. At least he knew he would never be asked to do the vacuuming again. It says, love from Jake. The end. Oh, he is a silly, silly kid. All right, friends, so I want to remind you that on our D2L page, you have some work from Miss Hildebrandt. She will probably post a video today, and you can watch that and do some music and phys ed with her. And that's the end of our circle time for today. So let's do our goodbye song. You ready? See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Be sweet, parakeet. Give a hug, ladybug. See you soon, raccoon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Blow a kiss, goldfish. All right. Bye, everyone. See you tomorrow.